All right, guys, welcome to today's mid-program success interview. I'm joined by Des today. Des is relatively new actually into the program, and we've been working for about 3 weeks now, but he has made some really great progress. We've had a great call today, and he's agreed to just give his thoughts on the process that he's gone through up to this point. So, Des, just very quickly, can you just give us a quick introduction to yourself, who you are, where you're from, what do you do?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Des O'Neill, 44 years old. I'm the managing director of a company called Interclass PLC. We're a construction company working in the West Midlands. I live in Shropshire. I'm the father of three daughters, yeah, spend a good bit of time at work managing the construction projects, working across multi-sectors.
Cheers, dude. So, before we jump into the process and stuff, just very quickly, give us an idea of why you decided to jump on board and do this. Like, what was the turning point for you? Like, why did you decide that you need to start making these changes that we're now on track and making?
I think ultimately I came to the realization that for many years now I've put work first and my health and well-being second. And since COVID and working in an industry where mental health certainly isn't high on people's lists of priorities, we've put a lot of time into the business to make sure that we're looking after people's mental and physical health. And it suddenly came to the realization that I hadn't prioritized my own, which had resulted in too significant a weight gain. I've reached the point that I was the heaviest that I've been. My own mental health, whilst was in reasonable condition, was suffering because of the fact that I wasn't feeling able to exercise. I wasn't happy at the person that I looked at in the mirror or the shop window as I walked past. And as a result of that, I didn't enjoy buying clothes for myself. Didn't spend money on myself. I was earning all of this money and being successful at work. And it got to the point where I thought, well, if you can't enjoy it, what's the point? So I decided to do something about it.
And on that note, doing something about it, talk to us about the process. How has this differed from, the past attempts that we've talked about? How has this differed? And, is it easier? Is it harder? What's been different this time?
Ultimately, I watched your feeds on LinkedIn and was inspired by some of your clients and what you've done and how you've helped them, and wanted to be part of that. I think historically, because I've never made time for exercise like I should have done, and for many years, I did the stereotypical crash diet, your sort of 6-8 diet, your intermittent fasting diet, but combined with ketosis diet, or I'd use Cambridge diet. Really, they were all excuses of diets because they were the lazy way to try and lose some weight. And I recognised they were very successful on occasions. I lost good chunks of weight, but immediately put it back on when I stopped. And I just thought it's pointless. And actually, dieting wasn't going to help my mental health, wasn't going to clear the brain fog and allow me to concentrate on my work better and become a better role model and mentor. Combined with seeing your LinkedIn feeds and what you were doing for other people, it was a no-brainer for me. It was something that I wanted to engage in, and I was ready to change the way I approach life outside of work.
What's been the benefit so far then? Like, now that you've started this process, what's been the difference of benefits? Obviously, you mentioned that before you had success, you lost great chunks of weight with those. But then what are the benefits this time being around? You mentioned about mental health, and obviously there's the weight loss aspect, but what's been the difference in terms of the benefits?
Because I've signed up to the program with you, and I read your LinkedIn post, and I was that person that said that I needed somebody to be accountable to, for the benefit of anybody else that's looking. The fact that I've signed up to this program, it gives me that accountability. It makes me, there's no way I'm going to come on next week and tell you that I haven't achieved the targets that we've set, because that's not the way I operate. So it gives me that accountability. And actually, because of that accountability and because of the embarrassment of not doing it, I am forcing, well, not forcing now. I probably forced myself to exercise in the first instance, but now actually it's starting already to become second nature. And through forcing myself to exercise and doing what I've done, I already feel the benefit of the brain fog clearing and miss it. If I miss a day because I've got a meeting out on site somewhere, or it's not the day for exercise, I consciously miss it now. I feel like I miss it. I feel like my brain fog isn't coming back nowhere near the levels that it was there before, but I know I haven't been. So I'm starting now after 3.5 weeks to feel like I want to exercise because it makes me feel better. Whereas before, I wouldn't have exercised in the morning, and by 5:30, I'd have been in the pub having a couple of pints to relax at night.
So, thanks for your insights, Des. I think we'll leave it there. So, guys, if you've listened to this and anything that Des has shared here has resonated, or any of the other guys that you might have listened to over the last few weeks, reach out, send me a message either on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you're watching this, and let's just see if you can get started on this, and in 3 weeks' time or so, like Des here, have made some really great progress in terms of weight loss, mental health, and all of the other benefits that come with all of that. Take care. Speak soon.